Good morning, friends. I hope you had a great week and you got to do something fun with your families. I'm so glad to get to be with you again, and I'm so glad that we can share with you stories and get to learn more with you and your families. So, last week, if you remember, we talked about Peter, who was one of Jesus' followers, and how he helped heal a man who could not walk. Remember that? Remember, we talked about how everybody got to see what God could do because God healed this man who had never been able to walk. So today we're going to look at another story of how God changes people. So when we're starting this story today, there are lots of churches coming around and lots of people are learning about God. But we're going to learn about a man who didn't believe in God and who didn't like God. He was doing some very mean things to God's followers. But something's going to change. So let's take a look and see what happens. Many people were learning about Jesus, and they loved Jesus. But a man named Paul did not believe that Jesus is God's son, and he wanted to stop people who loved Jesus. Sometimes in our lives, we meet people who don't believe the same way that we do, and they don't love Jesus like we do. But we'll see what happens. Paul was going to a big city of Damascus. He was going there to find people who loved Jesus, and he would put them in jail. When Paul and his friends were almost there, a bright light came on, and Paul fell to the ground, and he couldn't see. So imagine what that would be like if suddenly you saw a bright light and then you couldn't see anything. Let's think about what you would be feeling. Would you be afraid, or how would you feel? Then Paul heard a voice, and it was Jesus. "Why are you hurting me?" Jesus asked. Hurting Jesus' friends hurt Jesus too. So Paul was so surprised. He asked Jesus what to do, and Jesus said, "Go into the city and wait there." Paul waited for 3 days, and he didn't eat any food, and he prayed and prayed. God told a man named Ananias to visit Paul, and at first Ananias was really afraid. He knew that Paul had come to Damascus to hurt Jesus' friends, but God told him it would be all right. So Ananias came and prayed for Paul. Paul's eyes were well, and he could see again. Now Paul loved Jesus, and he began telling all the people he saw about Jesus and how he is God's son. He had come to Damascus planning to hurt Jesus' friends, but now Paul was one of his friends and wanted to share with everyone. Which is what we are all supposed to do, friends. We are supposed to share about Jesus and share what he's done in our life with our friends and family. So that's what I hope you do today. I hope you go and share this story and share something that you see Jesus doing. See you next week, friends. Hope you have a great week.